King Kong, tell them dream on. Weak niggas tryna diss, but my team strong. Street niggas eat with us, better think long. She a fan, sing my shit like it's a theme song. With your friends.
The station with the best music.
Hey, 450. It's your boy W over here chillin' with Classic.
I'd have been played before. My niggas ain't come just to shoot shots. Nah, nigga, we came to score. You was just talking tough, now when they show up, tell me what you anxious for. I come with that aura, they take us, a feeling you can't restore. 450 the channel, like in a get scrambled, they only gon' hate us more.
It's a productive vibe with Classic and Quinn on Hot 702.5 FM. Welcome you guys to Indie Rewind and Vibe on a productive vibe on Hot 702.5. Just getting in here. I'm super excited to be here with you per usual. 6 p.m. on Wednesdays. This is exactly where you should be. Hopefully you guys have an awesome time. We're sticking in with the Indie Rewind and Vibe sessions. We've had a lot of music come through. We just have people who want to get their music into rotation, and we want to play it right here. Indie artists, thank you for connecting with us. To all of our fans, listeners, thank you for connecting with us. I'm happy to be with you. And you guys don't see my beautiful co-host Quinn is not going to be here today, but I do see her already in the chat, which means she's listening from afar, and she'll join in through the comments. You guys in the chat box, per usual. A productive vibe is really where we build some mental fitness. We vibe and we do it productively. So there's always something that we want to, take away from some of the time that we have together. So let's continue the motion. Let's make Quinn proud. Last time she wasn't here, I think I broke everything but it. So I'm just trying to make sure we don't lose the show without her on it. So I'll keep her in the chat. I'll let you know if she says anything that we got going. But welcome to a productive vibe. I am Classic. I'm your host for today. And let's start off with plays. Per usual, I want to start off with a few plays. I want to start off with what are you doing? What are you working on? What is taking up your time? What are you spending time on? Where are you feeling the best? I have a couple plays to mention this week, and one of them is around our artists. We've had a lot of engagement, a lot of involvement around the frequency. We are gearing up to finally shoot this video for session 3. So to the artists, to the fans, to the followers who have gotten their tickets, they want to be a part of what's going on with the public session 3, I thank you. That's a huge play for the frequency. The 450 board has been out of their minds trying to make sure that this goes well. And what I mean by that is just preparation. Make sure it's really about, can we put resources, services around the artists and get them to an outcome that they're happy with? And I hope that this visual production is an outcome that we're all happy with. We're happy for the artists that are involved. We're just happy for everybody who had a part, the collaborators, engineers. We just really want to say thank you on behalf of the 450 board, because this has been a good deal, and this has been a play that everybody has really got their talons in and figured it out. So I'm excited for sure. And I want to jump into some of that music too. Like, we gonna vibe today. We got a lot of music that is going to be played. So why not start off with the song, what I would call the song of the week, the frequency song. This is the one that's going to be going to music production. You guys, tell us what you think. Tell us how you feel, and let us know if this is going to be the one that's really gonna take all the marketing trouble away from us, because everybody just jamming with the song. It's called Frequency.
I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team. I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team.
Take it or leave it, you gotta believe it as long as you're breathing. It's more than a reason to get on your greasing, no matter the season. Get your money up, it ain't a secret, you gotta keep it. Let the money talk, do the money walk, ain't no need to be speaking. I caught that jigger from my nigga, that shit got me geeking. I got a few niggas on that trigger just in case you tweaking. What you figure, how you figure, that shit leave you leaking. Who in the world is these niggas, I know that's what you thinking. My African drip is like a river, that shit leave you sinking. I'm from the motherland. I ain't had no other plans but to get the money tied up in a rubber band. Look here, brother man, I ain't bothering nobody. Forever 450, it's a frequency, you can feel it in your body.
I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team. I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available.
Yeah,
Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team.
Wake up contemplating, my thoughts racing like Corvettes. Yeah, think about the work I put in, I know that I'm next. Yeah, I'ma show this love and that's my favorite way to flex. Yeah, now my squad is ballin', easy money like the Nets. Yeah, back how I step. Yeah, switch, hit the net. Yeah, I don't try to catch up, only race myself. Rising to my higher self, my frequency is higher, so my fit is flyer. Car robot, I need no driver. Yeah, through all the losses, stay conscious, and the scars turn into lessons. Really know that I'm bossing, cause she let me fuck her best friend. Actions allow her to talking, and my words turn into real things. Realize the meaning of life is to get money and then feel things. Clearing the karma, demons dishonor. I do not harm them, yeah, I would just charm them, yeah. Integrity, my armor, gotta take it farther, yeah. Rev it and it started, engine roaring when I started up.
I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team. I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team.
I'm on a mission, I got hustle ambition. Brightest star in the sky, that's why I'm named Sunshine. Knew you couldn't rise, push you to the side. In this world, humanity is hard to find. I grew the city that I'm from, cause my vibe too different. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I grew the city that I'm from, cause my vibe too different. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team. I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency.
Let me tell you like this.
If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the
I looked in
team.
the mirror so I know what a demon is. I cannot blame a thought when I'm thinking it. I don't entertain thoughts, I'm on demon time. I demand what I want, I don't victimize. I make plans, I can't wait to be synchronized. I'm in sync, gotta go to the finish line. I'm divine, I feel like I invented time. Food for thought, so I told him to get in line. We don't even have 3 hots in the cot. Gotta go through the bottom to be on the top. It's all a nigga more, we be on the watch for cops that's crooked and homies that's hate. I know I'm God, so I know I'm saved. The ones that ain't playing, trying to tell me how to play. Look hurt like a church, trying to tell me how to pray. Put it on Yeshua, that's Jesus' name. Niggas be lame, I know that. Feel like a picture, Kodak. Stupid, get the picture, you know that. Young nigga black, I'm chosen. Rap, niggas be talking about nothing. You really be pressing my button. I feel like I'm Benjamin Button. Back against the wall, I'm stunting. Let's get it.
I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team. I can never stop, it's just the way it go. I be busy, but for money I'm available. Tune in while you can and catch the frequency. If you lucky, maybe you can even meet the team.
So I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to hear that, but I really want to make sure that you do. That song will be the one that makes it to the video. It's going to be the music video. And honestly, we have a guest to talk about this. I wanted to be able to talk about the plays with this guest. I think it's a very fitting guest to have kind of come through and tell us about it. It's actually the president of Forever 450 Incorporated. And I can actually see him smiling, which means he's super ready. I'm going to pull him in and let's talk to him about what the process has been like so far with the Frequency Workshop and getting to this music production. So without further ado, welcome W to the stage. Let's see if we got it. Ew, I see you, Mr. W. Mr. President. What up? Let me make sure I can get you good and hear you. I'll turn down our music just a little bit. All right, say it again. Check real quick. Let me hear you.
Testing.
You seem low on my end. I'll double check with our studios in the back to make sure we can hear W. But let's get into the conversation and see where we go. W, tell people who you are. I know they've seen you a couple times, especially on Hot 702.5. You are artist for MPM Entertainment. But who are you as a president for 450? Who is that?
CEO Forever 450, man. You know, it's a frequency, ultra high frequency. It's a non-profit co-op for all the artists out here, everywhere. You know, that need resources, that just want to reach out and expand their craft. Really.
And as you are working through it, I'm gonna make sure so we can capture you, be a little bit still. I got you. I see you in transit. I'm getting all the messages from the back to make sure your message come out real clear, because we want people to hear. This is gonna be a fun time. I'm super excited about Saturday, the video shoot. Where are we shooting at, and how do we even get to the shoot? Like, I've been telling people all about it, but let's hear from an artist. You've been an artist in the workshop as well. You even got Quinn. Hey W, she all on the chat. People was waiting for you to get on here, but tell us how it's been as an artist, and how we got to production. How do we get to session 3?
Man, well, it started off in first series being a writer's workshop. We got some local exclusive producers, had some exclusive beats. We was just playing beats for everyone. We made songs, and then after that, we went on to second session, which is the recorder session series. And after that, we get the engineers, the local engineers. Shout out to my boy Fanatic. Shout out to my boy Willie Animal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did our things with that, and that was pretty fun. We did a couple interviews and stuff for everyone that attended, everyone that participated. And after that, we did the third series. We're on that one right now, which is the visual workshop, where we go to exclusive location, which happens to be at the Southern Museum in Scottsdale. And we chose a song by popular demand, popular vote, and we actually shooting a video for it with all the artists that's on the song, and all the artists that even participated will be there, and even more artists. It's a public event. Will be there to network and just to see what the workshop is about and what 450 is about.
Yeah, and I'm so excited. We talk often. We talk about this workshop. We talk about what it means to our community. We talk about collaborating with the community in general. We have been, even us, trying to figure out ways to get as many artists involved in this, whether we feel like we have space or not. Where are we headed? Like, we talk a lot about our global presence. Like, we have goals to get to a space where no matter where you at, you should be able to get to 450. You should be able to get to an event. You should be able to be involved. But if you can answer this for our fans, our artists, to really how do they get involved with the frequency? How do they get involved here?
Honestly, you can reach out. It's not one of those things where it's like, I know somebody that knows somebody. It's more like, if that happens, that's perfect, because honestly, like, that's what a lot of artists are coming to see with us on IG. You can see us on Frequency 450. You can find our Twitter page, Frequency 450. We even got a YouTube page coming out soon, so you can keep up to date with all the content that we got and all the content that we building up and moving forward to. You can find us even at our open mic at the Giving Tree every Tuesday. Shout out Dave for letting us throw it. It's from 8 to 11, and honestly, it's nothing but dope artists that come in there. You don't gotta just be a rapper. You don't gotta be just a singer. We got people that just play the guitar. We got people that do poetry. It's a lot of art in everything that we do, that a lot of people are either unaware on or too scared to expand on. But at 450, we give you the floor to be comfortable and just know that you're just like everyone else here, baby. It's just about expanding yourself and perfecting that craft that you have.
Yeah, spoken right from the president. Artists, get involved. One thing that we have been really clear on is, like, you're going to have to bring your own flavor to this. What energy are you working through? What's your frequency? And I think that's why it fits so good to say, be a part of our frequency. We feel like it's good energy. We feel like it's promoting, it's exposure. Exactly. We always say the Mohan stamp, Moreno will tell us quickly, like, we have to do a lot of good things for good people. And what does that look like in the form of services, resources, education? You have educators on the 450 board. Like, we want people to feel like they can take their craft and go to the next level, whatever whatever that looks like for you. So connect with the frequency. You hearing it from the president directly that, you know, you don't have to rap, you don't have to sing. Even if you just are looking for a group of people to surround yourself with that's active and they own craft, you might find the right space. You might become an artist. So, you know, really get involved. You as an artist in general, why have you? Let's jump into some music. Give me a song that you feel you want your fans to hear. And watch you say the one song I don't got queued up. But what's a good song from W so we can take them to some music? Because this is the Indie Rewind and Vibe. We just wanted to talk about the frequency. And you stay tuned because I got 2 more questions for you that I think fans want to know. What song you want us to cue with? We got some songs coming out. We got some songs coming up. Oh, you know, that's my favorite. It's definitely on my list. Hey, introduce Kakarot, Dub. I'll go ahead and play it for you. Go introduce it to the fans.
Man, it's your boy W, man. You already know what it is. 450. I'm just presenting y'all with Kakarot. Stay out.
Hey, stay tuned. Productive Vibe on Hot 702.5.
But I bounced back. Thought I landed on the mat. You stick to the green like the thorns to a cactus. Get in between and we closing your casket. I got a couple of plays lined up for the day like a gym. You could catch me in traffic. Special delivery, I got the package from my assembly just for the baggage. She say I'm hot as a furnace. Niggas is germs, so I'm calling them Germans. Can't stop my shine cause I'm way too determined. Bitches a rat like a mummy, a turban. One thing for certain, pockets ain't hurting. But if you dare, I'ma cut up like surgeons. Folks say I really deserve it. Only a hater would think I ain't earned it. I like a skill of this. She yours, but for now, bitches. Speed limit 30, I'm not in a hurry, but I drive like I'm on a. I'm with the money, yeah, you with the dummies. At birds of a feather, y'all daffy duck. Value just multiply, minus the other. Got snakes sake for me, just say not enough. Past niggas, stayed in my lane, now my bag bigger. Don't share my blunt with no ass kisses. Invest in myself, you a bad spinner. She a wreck from the way that I crashed it. Follow intuition, ain't intuition. Fucking intermission, bitch, we in a mission. Life's a trip, so I microdose, always in the mix. Yeah, I've been a chemist. I be low, if she broke, then it's adios. In the context is Danny Phantom. I asked her why, she said cause I be ghost. It's kinda down, now I'm infinite. I was broke, that ain't keep me limited. I was down bad, but I snapped back. Only thing I feel now is adrenaline. Yeah, meet me at the spot. Get you higher than an astronaut. Be up for hours, I got the power. I put your ass down like I'm Kakarot. Hit my line, meet me at the spot. Get you higher than an astronaut. Be up for hours, I got the power. I put your ass down like I'm Kakarot. Hit my line, meet me at the spot. Get you higher than an astronaut. Be up for hours.
Hey, welcome back to a Productive Vibe. You just heard Kakarot, which is one of my favorites. I didn't even know Dell was going to jump in there and say that, because he know that I always tell him, like, man, I don't know what it is about this song, it just gives me a good vibe. But that is one of my favorite songs. Y'all can catch most of that streaming, everything streaming. We gonna actually hear where we can find good W music, because W got some good music. And we are joined by W, the president of Forever 450 Incorporated, artist, writer, author, whatever it is you think about. W has a good skill in it. He's just really a good person to a core. So I like his music, I like what he stands for, and I definitely can get down with the frequency. Let's hear a little bit about you, W. Like, I want to know too what you got in the works. So you're president of a nonprofit. You got music and songs coming out of that. You know, how are you keeping up as an artist independently yourself, and what is next for W?
Man, honestly, I don't know where to start, because there's so much happening right now for me as an individual, and 450 is an entity itself, man. Like, it's pretty dope. I got a new single that I've been working on, and we got a film coming out, you know what I'm saying, for it, but it's called Dub Lightyear.
Nice.
So, even got a little bit of merch coming behind it and everything, you know, so it's gonna be pretty dope. The song just, you know, talks about, like, you know, the being that of us being humans, and just, you know, being ultra and going beyond what we are already, and you know, just staying aware and present with what we do, you know.
Facts. What is the song that you are? So I know you got a song coming out that you just mentioned, and you also have a film. So what is the song about? I think you. And let's talk about where you recorded it, because I want people to know that W is you're not an Arizona artist. Like, you're not a local artist at all. Like, honestly, yeah, you are all over the space. I mean, you're shooting videos out west, out east, in the south. Like, you know, where are these songs coming from? Where are you recording them at? Like, even, you know what the funniest question is people are always like, man, how are you? I'm loving that you got so much going on. Like, how do you even keep all this stuff organized? Just working with artists, we know that one song can drop your whole plan, but you got songs, music, productions. What's your organization like? And you know, what's this music? Where's this music coming from?
Honestly, it does come from a personal place, but not just that, an optimistic place. You know, like sometimes all you see is dark. It's all about perspective too. So if all you see is dark, that's all you gonna ever want to see. But like with me, it's like I see light in the dark. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about me. To the point where it's just like all I do is express myself, and it's through music. Don't get me wrong, it's through other things, but music would be number one when it comes to expression. So like all I do is play beats. All I do is write. All I do is rap. All I do is sing, you know. So like when it all comes out, when it all comes together, it's like this fits for this season, or this fits for this month, or this just fits me all the way to the point where it ends up becoming into a physical visual. It comes into like a physical idea, you know. It starts as an idea, but it turns into something way more than that, you know. Like it's manifesting at its finest for me, you know. So like how I organize it, that's a whole nother conversation, because I got so many songs in a cut, in a tut. But like, you know, I really just go off of like, you know, let's just say intuition. Something's telling me this should come out here, or this should come out there, or, you know, like even talking to my team. Shout out to Classic, shout out to Productive Vibe, shout out 702.5, shout out Marina. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out everyone on the board for 450. Like, we all talk and we all decide like how we should execute. It's all about, you know, planning, and after that, execution. Like really putting that plan into motion, putting that plan into a play, the next play. You know? The next play.
And hopefully you artists are hearing them talk, because when you think about what is the frequency about, it's about this. It's about getting artists in a place where they can have a catalog of songs, where they can do what they love to do and get it out to other folks. You have a song coming out in July. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, Dub Lightyear. Yeah, it's like I said before, you know, it's one of those moods where, like, if I was to put my own hip hop into a genre, I say ultra, because it's not just hip hop, it's not just, you know, R&B, you know, it's emergence of, you know, a blend of everything that, you know, that I grew up on, or that I'm around, or, you know, that I see is not just music, but a lifestyle, you know. And I'm all about elevation. I'm all about ascension. I'm all about, you know, this ultra. So like that's pretty much what Dub Lightyear talks about. Just talks about, you know, the hustle, the grind, you know, the practice, the process, and after that, just the play. You know,
it's the play.
For it, you know?
I don't know why everybody got to bring it back to the play. We actually gonna play Dub Lightyear because we have that song as well. And it's actually hot. And I want to give a shout out to you, W, because you performed this song during the Henderson Pride Fest not too long ago. And if you guys are on social media, on IG, you can go check out W, and we'll talk about where to get all of his links from. But _ DUBEU. Sure. It's going to be streaming. We got some behind the scenes footage already posted. You can find it on the Frequency page, One Classic Vibe W. Go check out some of that Pride footage. But I want to play Dub Lightyear, something you did get a chance to perform, and another song that I just, you know, I rock with it. It's in my playlist. Let's put it in y'all's. This is a Productive Vibe on Hot 702.5. We joined by W. And the next song you want to hear is coming out in July. Make sure you guys get this, download this, stream this, send it to your friends, and watch the video, because we got one of those coming out too. Let's go.
Oh, fit.
In the bag, I just smoke till I feel like a comet. Niggas mad, I could turn your bitch into a goddess. I've been a lag, speed limit 40, I went beyond it. I can never stop. Haters won't acknowledge this. Manifesting dollars, bitch. Sorry if I'm dominant. I move so anonymous. Cocky with my confidence. Promises meant to be broken. Words don't mean shit to me. Honor is stick to the code. We move in symmetry. Realest in this room.
Killers on the move. If it's up, it's stuck. Fuck it, send them to the moon. I feel like I'm live on Jupiter. Kinfolk in the cut came in the front and got the Rubik's up. I'm a nice guy, but it ain't shit to turn to Lucifer. Catch on or catch up, could give a fuck on if I'm losing you. Moving up, true enough. They praying I fall off, I beg, I think that's hilarious. She asked what my sign is, my reply is Bagatarius. Started underground, I'm a descendant of Harriet. Sometimes shit be too good to be true, but I'm prepared for it. Hard to ignore it when that trauma in my memories. Grew up 7-4, some niggas switch, they can't be kin to me. Bought her ass to shovels and she say she always digging me. Haters can't get rid of me for 50 till infinity.
Yeah, you know how it be, man. Just gotta do what they gotta do. What the fuck going on, nigga? My nigga move how he moves, 450 the frequency, I put that on everything, nigga. Oh, nigga, we ain't stopping, we classic. Hey.
Welcome back to a productive vibe. W, and you just heard Dub Lightyear. I want to make sure that you guys are really truly kind of hearing this music. One thing I like about your music, W, in specific, is your lyrics have meaning. Like, it's a lot of songs that you listen to just for the beat. You go, do your twerk and get off the song. But I like your music because, one, the beat is usually dope, but your music has value. I was trying to explain to somebody, what kind of music do we, see happen or come through the frequency, and a lot of it is, I've heard people call it woke music, spiritual music, but it really can be categorized into its own genre. Now, I don't know if it really exists just yet, but I've seen the Lil Russells of the world and all these people jump into music with purpose. When you think about your lyrics, one, do you feel like they have a message? What's that message? And then two, like, what's the importance around making sure your music say something? Because I think it's important for artists to have something truly to say versus just a whole bunch of beats and stuff to twerk to, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even want to say it like this, but like, my uncle used to tell me all the time, a lot of music is just noise, distraction. It's not really telling you what you want to hear. It's not really telling you what you need to hear. It's just telling you what you want to hear. A lot of people will fall for beats. I see music as frequency, hence 450. It's an ultra high frequency. So like, I just want to make sure that whenever somebody listens to my music, yeah, it can be catchy, yeah, it can be, but like when you really listening to it in a different mood, besides being happy, it really speaks to you in a way that can help you for whatever you're going through. Like, I want my music to be seen as medicine, medicinal, because it's medicine for me to even make music. Yeah, that's what I want people to relate to. Even if they can't relate to it, it just gives another, aspect, another perspective of, a lifestyle that you probably not living, or a lifestyle that you want to live. I just want inspiration. At the end of the day, I live to inspire. That's my true purpose.
Yeah, and you are inspiring. I always take little quotes to be able to say something to somebody else. Like, I really love the line, you know your fate because you created it, right? Like, I know I've been knew my fate, I invented it, is your line.
Yeah.
So Shadow having work. Music, Shadow, which is the song is about, making yourself better. And I think you've done that. We've talked a lot about you back in the day. You've been rapping for a long time. We say, you're like a badass kid sitting up here on this song, but you have been rapping for a long time. And I heard you say in the interview that your music has evolved. Where is your music now compared to when you started off thinking, I'm a rapper and this is what it is?
Man, I swear, I was like stuck on trying to be like my influences. Like, I really wanted to be the next T.I. or Lupe Fiasco, like, or Kid Cudi, like, I really wanted to be that. But like, the thing is, like, I guess I was trying to imitate the sound instead of being the sound, and that's what made them. They were the sound,
Yeah.
And, over the years, I've been doing this for 15 years professionally. So like, over the years, one thing I had to learn was that the only reason, not even because they made it, was because they were them. And it was so many times they were down, so many times that, they were counted out just because they were them. It was just like, it's going to happen regardless if, you imitating or you not. Just be yourself, man. Like what J. Cole say, and be you, that's when you sound beautiful. So I just keep that in mind with everything I do. My music is ascension. It's always rising. It's always growing. It's always more. Like, I might not feel the same as I felt this year, next year, but I guarantee you the music gonna be better.
What are you currently working on as an artist? One thing I like to do is showcase artist conversation. You know, you and I learn the most watching somebody's interview. We'll sit up and watch interview after interview after interview after interview just to learn, you know, what do people think? What's their moral compass? Where are they? But thinking about yourself, what are you physically working on? One thing I like to hear artists talk about is, you know, this has been a challenge, or I struggled with this for, you know, many years until I turned over this leaf, or, you know, took this perception base. You know, what are you working on currently as an artist? What are you trying to, you know, make a little better or perfect for W?
It would be physically perspective, because sometimes things don't come off correct like I want it to. Okay. Or I'm still like I'm so stuck on words as an artist. Like, you know, that's one of my favorite things is words. And, you know, I know Vietnamese too. In the Vietnamese language, there's so many words that can't, you know, be converted or translated into English. And it's just because English is the newest language. You know, it's a blend of Latin, a blend of this, a blend of that. So, like, you know, these words don't really pinpoint the emotion, the mood, the presence like I want to at times. So, like, you know, like I'm always like, I'm a big fan of words, but action speaks over everything. So, like, I really just want to make sure that I'm living my true, authentic self at all times, because my music can suffer greatly from it if I don't. So, like, that's one thing I always work on, is just my perspective of what I'm saying, like how I'm saying it, and how I can get other people to see exactly what I'm seeing. I might be looking at a 9, you might be looking at a 6, but that doesn't mean two truths don't exist at the same time, you know?
Right. I agree with that. And I feel like I can see that in your music, like the struggle with us trying to, you know, find our deepest self, be meaningful, you know, do good shit for other people like that sometimes. If you're not in a good mental space, which is the whole premises for a productive vibe. For whatever reason, music, the frequency of music gets me into my places. It can make me hang real low, and it could get me, you know, up here, and I'm ready to go and shoot. So hearing, you know, what you work on, especially saying perception, I think one thing that the frequency does really well is get you around people who all are willing to share their perception on things. So one, you don't gotta feel alone, right? Like most of this stuff, we not handling life issues and problems as one individual. Like you're not the only one that this is happening to. And I think the frequency, you know, I guess shakes us loose, gives us a different vibration to be able to say, this is my perception, but this is the outcome I'm looking for. And I can hear that in your music. I can see it now in your music from the day one of listening to your songs, or, you know, going backwards to the music that you're pumping out. And when I say W pumps out something, it's stuff that I be like, W, did you wrote it and finished it? The song that you just sent me a text not even long, I'm like, oh, you finished this? I didn't even know you were working on that. I know you're working on a different album, and it was a song that I had no clue you were even working on, let alone finished it. So you are fast forward, and you are always coming to the drawing board to say, I know I'm not the only one going through this, but this is my struggle, and this is what I'm trying to get better. So I'm hoping artists can hear you talk and say that, you know, there are going to be some really rough holes, but it's about your perception on things. And I've gotten better, just myself changing my perception, because we got to stop seeing the world way we are. And I think a productive eye gives us space to, you know, experience other people's perceptions of the world and see where we not necessarily fit in, but what makes sense and what's usable for our next play. You know how I feel about that.
Exactly. Like, you snipped it in the bud right there. I mean, I always tell people, take your time. It's yours anyway. Don't waste the time. Take the time. Seriously.
Y'all hearing from our president. I'm gonna keep him on for one last time. I didn't even give him an end time. I just told him we need him on the show to talk through it. So I need him for one more segment, but this is the Indie Rewind and Vibe session. So I want to play a couple more songs just before we get back into the Q&A. But y'all stay tuned. This is, to me, time well spent. We gonna be productive for show. You know what I'm gonna play, Dub, for him? I like this song. It's actually by Pluto. It's a Lil Will session. For whatever reason, this song rang true too. And give a major shout out to Pluto. Hopefully he's returning home soon.
Free my mans, yo.
Free my mans.
My mama always said love change like the season. You gotta be careful with that shit, man. Got me in my feelings like I'm in that deep end. Got me in my feelings like I'm in that deep end. How you gonna leave me just for no reason? Could've told me you just want me for a weekend. How you gonna leave me drowning in that deep end? Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Got me in my feelings
feelings like I'm in the deep end. How you gonna leave me for no reason? You could've told me you wanted me just for a weekend. How you gonna leave me drowning in that deep end? Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Knowing I can't swim in this pain. How you gonna leave me in that deep end? Your love got me feeling like a nigga sinking. Them niggas want your ingredients like they plankton. Got me feeling like the Titanic, I'm sinking. Yeah, I'm sinking. Yeah, I'm sinking. Send a lifeguard, I'm barely breathing. I wish heaven had a phone, yeah, I need them. Call Sam, call Gutter, yeah, I need them. My heart is bleeding, my heart is bleeding. Why everybody that I love do me evil? I guess it's God telling me that I don't need them. Why these motherfuckers change by the seas?
You don't gotta say I told you so. Stars in the roof, you should take it off. And we going off the deep end. Going off the deep end. You left me scarred. I'm standing in the dark. Now every bitch wants a Birkin, knowing damn well they don't deserve it. My heart is broken. Standing out here in the world so cold, and I'm all alone and I need my soul. And I can't let you go. I'm drowning in my feelings.
Got me in my feelings like I'm in that deep end. How you gonna leave me just for no reason? Could've told me you just want me for a weekend. How you gonna leave me drowning in that deep end? Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Got me in my feelings like I'm in the deep end. How you gonna leave me for no reason? You could've told me you wanted me just for a weekend. How you gonna leave me drowning in that deep end? Knowing I can't swim in this pain. Knowing I can't swim in this pain.
Look, I remember all them times touching on your body. Remember all them block pages that was super private. Remember all them conversations we.
Hey, that was Pluto, Deep End. It's one of my favorite songs, actually, by him. I think that, one, I want to make sure he is listening, hearing. I heard you say, Dub, free arcade Pluto, but Pluto got some dope tracks. That was called Deep End. I actually had a couple people tell me to play that, so I've had some requests to play that back, and I want to make sure that he definitely get his time as well. We joined with the president of Forever for 50, artist W, and I've actually just monopolized his time. He didn't know he was going to stay on this long, so I guess since he's hung out with us, let's have some fun too. I want to ask a couple fun questions. I always ask artists this, and you may have answered this in one of my interviews with you actually, but if you could collaborate with anybody, who do you want to collaborate? Thinking about how music is going, where you going with your music, who do you want to bring in?
It could be anybody.
It could be anybody. Anybody you want to collaborate with. I want to hear who it's gonna be.
Man, it'd be dope to collab with Black or Frank Ocean,
okay,
or Tyler the Creator. Those are my top 3 right now. Oh, Pharrell Williams as well.
I can see Pharrell. You give me a. Y'all probably bring out a doper hook than Happy. I feel like y'all would be crazy.
I want something like Front. I was just frontin'. I want something
something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something simple. All right. Well, another artist question for the fans. I want you to tell the artist something that you want them to know about W. So it could be anything you want them to know. We ain't even in PG-13 land, so if it's even past PG-13, I'll let it run. What's something you want your artists to know about you?
A lot of my newer music, I've freestyled on shrooms.
Just that's it. A lot of my newer music. You freestyled on shrooms. Talk about shrooms though, because you got a whole bit coming out just about shrooms and some of the stuff. Talk a little bit about that. So I'm glad you said it and I didn't. So all of your new music is on shrooms. Why the hell? What's going on shrooms? What's going on with shrooms?
I feel like it's the most organic thing since before sliced bread. I'll say that.
Before sliced bread. You got Cornell over here talking about some microdosing.
Microdosing. Microdosing, macrodosing, mini dosing. It's all pretty much the same thing, but you know, I see it as soul food. It's a spiritual thing. It's not just a good time for me. It's more like me doing my inner work, my shadow work, shadow work. You know, like it really made me more aware on myself. You know, and the smartest man knows he knows nothing, and I'm willing to admit that. The only thing I know is myself, and I'm still learning myself. You know, and I give all the props to mushrooms, psilocybin, you know, psychedelics. They definitely help me just raise my awareness in a way, you know.
Yeah. And you know what? So let's speak about that since you said it, because one thing that you have always told me, and I feel like this is very true of you, is you set your intention. You know how some people are just recreationally, they're just high. Like, I'm high over here, I'm high over there, I'm smoking over here, I'm doing this over here. I feel like when you are really engaging for, you know, creativity, when you're thinking about focus, like you really do have an intention that you set. Because I've heard people talk about, it was a terrible trip and I can't do this and I can't do that. But when you talk about it, it's really good things that come out of it, and it really is around awareness. Like, you are finding yourself aware, finding yourself, you know, open to possibility, opportunity, because you were able to get into this space. What do you feel setting your attention does differently than people are having these bad trips or just being high to be high?
I don't think it's a such thing as a bad trip. I think it's a necessary thing that you go through. You know, whatever it is, whatever triggered it to being bad, causing that feeling of being bad, weird, unfamiliar, is because, you know, you need to do some work on yourself. I've had a friend that literally did shroom, lemon tech, and he did shrooms with lemonade around like 30 other dudes, you know what I'm saying? And they all drinking and they all feeling away and they all like touching blunts and stuff. I was like, whoa, that's the wrong way to go about that, brother. I was like, why'd you do that? He's like, I'll never do it again. I can't see how
it was a team activity.
Like, all I could say was like, yo, like, I don't think you set your intention. It was more like you probably thought it was like marijuana in a way. You know, you'll be high, you know, and then you'll be down. You good. You might be hungry after, and it's nowhere like that. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think edibles can be a psychedelic too. You feel me? But when it comes to mushrooms, my intention is always, I just want to learn.
Just want to learn.
I just want to gain more knowledge on self. It's not even on like, oh, I wonder what's it like to be a contractor, or what's it like to build a building, nothing like that. It's more like, what don't I know about myself?
Yeah.
What do I need to know about myself that I'm probably overlooking? Sometimes it's the smallest things that can make the biggest difference, like perspective, like how you see yourself. Am I affirmating enough? I swear, I started affirmating a lot more just because I wasn't saying enough positive things to myself when I first wake up, you know, and stuff like that, little things like that help me go the distance on not just being an artist, not just being a president, but just being a human.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm with you on that. And Quinn said, you know, I've never heard anything but good things about shrooms. So she's talking to the right people for sure. You're one of the people that she's definitely heard talk about it. And then she also mentioned, hey Quinn, becoming more aware of yourself, right? When you think about the shrooms, you're doing when we think about this documentary that you're really working on, you have a movie and a film that you're gonna bring in from this. You know, what's important to give to the community? Like, what should we know when engaging, or what do you want people to know from this film? What is it gonna capture for people?
I am not at all saying that everybody need to do mushrooms. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, since I've done them, they happen to be a great thing for me, and maybe it could be a great thing for you if you're suffering from what I was suffering from: PTSD, anxiety, depression. You know, that was a few of the things that I suffered from. I even went to therapy for it. Don't get me wrong, therapy is great. Mushrooms are great too. Okay. In fact, mushrooms will probably tell you should go get therapy.
Mushrooms will make you aware enough to know you need to go see a therapist. I'm with you.
Go talk to somebody.
Go talk.
You know, like, literally, like, that's one thing I want to show with this movie, is just that it's not at all like, I don't know, like, I remember like when a friend of mine told his dad that he did mushrooms, and his dad looked at him like he did crack. Looked at this man like, you doing this. Like, the thing is, he lacks the perspective of what it does for you. You know, everyone that doesn't do it or even is curious about it, it's a black and white world for that type of perspective. You know?
Sure.
I just want to add a little color to it.
And I'm happy you're doing it. I'm excited about this this documentary. I know that you are spending some time on this one. This is not a rush project at all, and you want people to really, want to hear that you don't have to do mushrooms. If that's not your thing, everybody may not have to do it. But when you do it, what are things that you should be looking to see as a benefit or outcome. So I'm here for it. We are at a space where, thank you, One, for sharing what you've been sharing, fans. Hopefully you know that he just wrote all of his new music on shrooms. I'm not saying you should take that route, but I'm saying that it's possible and you can make some banging music. But the other part of that is I want people to know where to find you and what's coming up for you. So let people know in whatever order you feel is the best, what couple things to be looking out for W in the next couple, months or whatever it is, and where can they find you at?
All right, so be looking out for that workshop video coming soon. Be looking out for that Dub Lighter song is streaming next week on the 15th. But the video is going to be dropping July 4th. Make sure you guys pop out for that. Check out that. Microdosing coming soon. We taking our time with it, but we got other things in the work as well. Maybe even more workshops. No, you know what I'm saying? Just tap
Definitely
in. You
more
can find
workshops.
me on anything streaming, anything socially at DUBEU. W. I spelled out W like the letter because that's just what I do. I just break things down. So yeah.
And I appreciate you for spending time with me. We knew Quinn was going to be out the office today. We knew she wasn't going to be working today. So I'm glad that, 450 can come and join the team. We are always happy to host 450 of the Frequency artist. If you are a part of the Frequency, you're a part of the 450 family, get your music into rotation, get into some of these interviews with these artists because they really do give us a good understanding. And thank you, W, for spending the time with us. I'm actually going to play Shadow Work for our fans and listeners.
Yes.
And we'll be back right after this. I'll talk with you soon.
Get it.
Let's go. W, Shadow Work. Productive Vibe on Hot 702.5.
Where we at though? Tell me where we at. Nigga, we got the bags, nigga.
Accountability. Niggas take everything else but that. If you can't accept what you did, you'll never accept who you was, let alone what you're doing and who you becoming.
Coupe taking off, riveting. Sorry, but I can't be limited. I'm limitless, living infinite. I've been through my fate, I invented it. I move at a frequency, just tryna keep the peace, yet they want me as they nemesis. Got shadows on standby, I win violence, like they going that green if I give them it. I reminisce, on them nights it was late, full of pain, can't escape how they hate, chopper yell out in rage. It's a price of this game, ain't no rules, go insane, traumatized, but I'm out of that phase. Was a clown with my guys, what we did, no regrets, we was out of them trenches. I could tell you some things that you wouldn't believe, it was just me and God as my witness. When I die, we gon' have us a long chat, but I know that he know I ain't want that. Problems come up, just so I resolve that. Ain't wanna go home, please don't call back. On the block, it was hot, had some hoes in the spot, niggas shot, couple shells, what was in those? I was born from the rack, I walk tall like I'm shot, hold my head high, I'm standing on 10 toes. Taking off, riveting. Sorry, but I can't be limited. I'm limitless, living infinite. I've been through my fate, I invented it. I move at a frequency, just tryna keep the peace, yet they want me as they nemesis. Got shadows on standby, I win violence, like they going that green if I give them it. I reminisce. On them days almost turned me brave, but I wasn't afraid, in fact I was too brave. Was amazed how we trapped, they amazed at the facts, 6'4" bitch, we still catching them plays. It ain't matter, my life was disaster, I came from the money, it wasn't a challenge. 450 was a game, but for frequency, I treat the trap house like it was a palace. See, when one eye open, treat my haters like neighbors, I wouldn't feel right, so I keep them close. I do me, but some say that be the most. I don't know if they dead or I'm seeing gold. Feeling blessed like I sneeze, I'm a dog with no fleas. Told the truth, not your nigga, I'm seasonal. From the land of the scams, you get played for some bands. Marvo stay posted up at that BMO. Taking off, riveting. Sorry, but I can't be limited. I'm limitless, living infinite. I've been through my fate, I invented it. I move at a frequency, just tryna keep the peace, yet they want me as they nemesis. Got shadows on standby, I win violence, like they going that green if I give them it. Coupe taking off, riveting. Sorry, but I can't be limited. I'm limitless, living infinite. I've been through my fate, I invented it. I move at a frequency, just tryna keep the peace, yet they want me as they nemesis. Got shadows on standby, I win violence, like they going that green if I give them it. Give them it.
A Productive Vibe. All of the news that you hear is sponsored by our very own Quinn from Quinn Shoutique. Ladies, she always tells you that you can complete your look, but I really want you to know that you can go to the website. You can go to the IG page. You can connect with Quinn from Quinn Shoutique to get your next set of shoes. I'm talking heels, tennis shoes, whatever it is, ladies, that you are looking for, even handbags. I think she's coming out with accessories. It's really all at your fingertips, and she got some good style, so that means it's definitely some good shoes. Y'all shop the brand at Quinn Shoutique. Finish your look, ladies.
Balance life, yeah, and a career. It's crazy sometimes. Other than that, I ain't got no complaints. I ain't got enough time. Money be the only thing on a nigga mind. I ain't got enough time. Yeah, I ain't got enough. Yeah, I ain't got enough time. Yeah, smoking by myself. Why? 'Cause you blow my high. I ain't got enough time. Yeah, I ain't got enough. Friends wanna see me, family wanna see me. Kids wanna see me, niggas wanna be me. They in they feelings taking shit out of context. Now these random numbers popping in my contacts. Sitting at my desk breaking weed down. Wake and bake, my window overlooking the town. She only think I come around for the poom poom. They just hit me for a show, so I'm on the move. Word from the wise, I'm about to leave with you. Sometimes you the only one gon' see the bigger picture. Make sure the ones who came with you stay with you. Take some time to yourself, man, 'cause this game will get you. I ain't got enough time. Money be the only thing on a nigga mind. I ain't got enough time. Yeah, I ain't got enough. Yeah, I ain't got enough time. Smoking by myself, why? 'Cause you blow my high. I ain't got enough time. Yeah, I ain't got enough. Schedule gets busy, so I ain't around as much. People close to me claim they feeling out of touch. All the ones closest to me, they know how I'm moving. I calculate the moves that I make. Shit is proven and every play is a checkmate. I still love you, but I stay working. Got the meetings with the labels, 'cause I stayed working. Sitting still don't pay bills, so I stay working. Even when I'm out the lab, my mind stay working. Checking things off my list on a day-to-day. 3 number ones to my name, I'm trying to make my way. Shit be crazy, schedule wild, I need to take a day. You run a marathon trying to keep up, it's safe to say I ain't got enough time. Money be the only thing on a nigga mind.
And we really appreciate you guys for vibing with Hot 702.5, a productive vibe. This has been an awesome show. One to have W stop by, the president Forever 450, tell us about the public session to the public. That's you. We want all the artists, folks, to really jump over to the Frequency page at Frequency 450. Get into the link and get your tickets. It is open to the public. Tickets are limited and they are moving really quickly. I think we may have maybe a handful of tickets left, but be involved in something I would say super cool, and in that your artists around you have been able to dive in, work on something, and get a finished product. The public voted on this, and now we are moving to production. So Saturday, June 11th, we want you to be in the place to be. Thank you once again to W, the president of Forever 450. You guys, if you need to, please connect. We got Quinn, who is our co-host, Quins_Shoutique, and the website QuinnShoutique.com. I want to make sure you get over there, ladies. Finish your look. And if you're trying to connect with the studio, that's nextplay.ent on IG, and you can connect with me at One Classic Vibe. Spell out one, but definitely fun and love having you. Until next time, you guys, vibe productively. I'm out.